So the first thing I've done is filled up this tub with some water and then squirted in some washing up liquid just to make it sort of silky. And now my partner is squeezing, you can see some in there already, squeezing some 100% pure silicone. It has to be 100% pure silicone that has no other additives in it. Gently just squeeze in. Well, first of all, I've got to put a bit of washing up liquid on my hands to stop it sticking to my hands, but silicone will only stick to silicone. So I'm just squeezing it, like I'm just working it through my hands. And you can feel when it's really nice and soft and pliable like that. And I'm actually going to, I've got a layer down here at the moment, but it's a little bit lumpy and uneven, so I need to spread it out. Try and get it as even as I can. It sort of cures, what is the word, cure? Quite quickly actually. Not hard, it's got to stay like this for maybe a while. I'm not sure how long. We'll just have to go by guess factor here. I'm just trying to make the top a bit smoother. That's working a bit better. I will acknowledge the person who I saw this method on YouTube. I was very grateful because I've been unable to get silicone to make my moulds, which is very urgent. They're coming express, the silicone putty, but I'm not sure when it's going to arrive here in Tasmania. So I saw this yesterday and I thought, well, I'll give it a go because I can start working on a project I've got that is quite urgent. Just keep working it. Just comes off your hands. There's a little divot there, I see. I wish I could just completely smooth it. I want to get the rolling pin on it, but I don't think I can do it that way. Right, this is a big divot here, so I'm going to just smooth that in there. Anyway, I'm going to continue like this until I'm happy with what I've got, and I'll come back and show you that because we need to put some more of the 100% silicone into the water. Now, it's a bit of a ding there. Drain off the water. I'm just looking to see if I've got any deep crevices anyway, a little bit here. I only need this to be deep enough for me to put buttons in. I'm hoping I haven't got any water trapped in the layers. There we are, and I think that's about it. As I say, I hope I haven't got water trapped in between the layers. Just drain off some of the water. Oh. little dent in there. I can see it. I'm now just, oopsie, just pushing the buttons as far down as I want them to be. These are 30cm buttons. Eh?
23.
Oh, sorry, 23. Hoping I don't run out of buttons. Oh, looks like I might be going to. There's some others I actually made. I need to trim the edges off. Stop, please. We've now pushed the buttons into just to the height that we want, using buttons that I've made from a smaller mould we made. Trying to get a large mould because I need to make a lot of buttons, designer buttons. We're now going to put another silicone mat over the top so it won't stick to it, and then we're going to put a weight on top of that to hold the buttons down to keep them level. A silicone mat on there now, the shiny side. Now we're going to place a board on top that's got one of my resin coasters that I made and got stuck to the board on top of there to hold the weight down. We'll see what happens. This worked. I started to take some out last night, but my partner recommended I leave them in a bit longer. At first I thought they'd all stuck, but I think it worked. There seems to be... Oh dear, can I not get them out? I just managed to get some others out, no problem at all. It's hard holding the camera and... Oh, there we are. That's good. I might just remove them and get back to working better now. There. Oh, sorry, this filming is terrible. I'll get back to... Here is the mould I made, where I got all of the buttons out, so I'm going to give that a go tonight. Plus I've got my go-to moulds here that I made last weekend. Plus there's part of one in there as well. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, I've now poured 71 buttons. I know the moulds look messy, but that's because I've got flitters everywhere. So I've got lots of colours in there creating rainbows, and I'll detail all the colours I've used in the down books. Flitters liquid pigments. They're not inks, they're actually pigments, so they won't fade. I look forward to demoulding this lot tomorrow. Well, the moment of truth. Hopefully they will come out, so I'll just try. Excuse me holding the video at the same time. Oh yes, they're coming out beautiful. Look at that. Look at the colours in that beautiful button. Of course, by scattering the flitters all over the place, even though I make a lot of effort to try and scoop them all up, the excess, I've got a bit of trimming off to do, and yeah, this mould has worked well. I recommend this method, and thank you to the gentleman on YouTube that did the demonstration. It does tend to grab the thing that you're moulding a little more. Maybe I should have used some moulding release, but apart from that, I'm really pleased with it. Very pleased with what I've made here, making here today. So thank you, and I'll put up some final pictures.